Hi, this is Wei here. This is day 2, or rather, another day 2 of the Blast from the Past event. I'm currently playing an SRS Guardian, and it's pretty good in terms of its cost effectiveness, its ability to take on very difficult content or harder content, such as Sentinel, boosted mobs, and that's pretty fine at just pushing maps in general. I want to just run through this T10 unique map from Kirok, and then we can then talk about the build and talk about the updates in terms of the items, what I've got recently, and how has currency generation been like for this particular build.
Purity will prevail.
As you can tell, the damage is pretty good. Unfortunately, this is a unique map, so I can't really, what's the term for it? I can't use any sentinels here. Still, it gives you a pretty rough idea of how tanky or how much damage this build does. So this is pretty much cruising in the T10s. Pretty sure once I hit like early reds, as long as I don't like get too aggressive in my sentinel use, it's gonna be like, it's gonna be pretty easy. I didn't even like get more than 8 for this one.
I must have time to gather.
Yep, as you can tell, damage is like really strong. Pretty much goes into probably T 13, T14 reds pretty easily without any hiccups. I'll run through the build right now and then give you a rough idea of what how much it would cost on average, the investments required to actually get to this level of performance, and yeah. So I'm gonna show you the upgrades I made. I definitely swapped this out. I bought a flesh crafter. This cost me about 2 divines. Pretty decent price, to be honest, in the event. Normally you get this really cheap in League itself, but maybe you have to wait like 5 days or so. But yeah, so bought this for about 2 divines. This one I bought for 1 chaos. So this is Ancient Skull, and this is 1 chaos, Grip of the Council. I looted this off the ground, so this was free, and then I got the trigger mod from Syndicate and then crafted it. I bought this for 3 chaos, which I think is a steal. I bought this for 5 chaos, which I also think is a steal here. Amulet was 1 chaos. The Anointment was about 4 chaos. Ring is I looted this actually, but pretty much I'm pretty sure you can like swap it out for other things. This one I looted off the ground as well, not too bad. Attack speed, LE res on minions, life as well as maximum life on minions. I looted this off the ground as well, and crafted the hybrid res mod here. So here the synergies involved, which give you your damage. So SRS damage scaling mostly comes from flat actually, not really as much from levels on the gem itself. I mean, levels on gem do help, but most of it is actually coming from flat. And sources of flat are actually quite hard to come by. I was considering using Thunder Fist and then linking the SRS on the Thunder Fist. So problem with that was Thunder Fist is like 1 divine right now, and it doesn't have any res or any life. So I did consider that, but then I realized if I would just want to get a decent place to put my SRS, it would be the chest. So I might as well just invest in like fusings instead. So far I've only gotten the 5 link. I've used less than 100 fusings. I'm trying to save for at least 300 or so before I try again. But yeah, so I'm on a 5 link at the moment. Melee splash support, multi-strike, Sun Raging Spirit. I bought this for 40 chaos. I'm not sure if I overpaid. I'm pretty sure in like a league setting this is like super cheap, but I'm too lazy to like wait, so I just bought this anyway. 40 chaos. Unleash, this is for good quality of life. Increase critical strike support. I'm actually scaling crit, so my minions have about 50% crit right now. This is with increased critical strikes, as well as I think Assassin's Mark. Yeah. So Ancient Skull basically means that you get 50% crit chance per maximum power charge you have. I have about 4 power charges. Wait, did I respec yet? I was supposed to respec. Give me a sec. This is actually less damage than this. Okay, that's cool. Alright, so 4 power charges means that you have about 200% increased critical strike chance. Here the Whispers is actually really, really strong. So after they deal critical strike, they take 20% of their maximum life as chaos damage per second, and have 50% increased attack speed and damage, and do not listen to you. So an 50% increased attack speed and damage is really, really good. I think it's quite a significant amount of damage. 20% taken as maximum life as chaos is kind of meh, but it's mitigated by and large due to the fact that I have like 47 chaos res on my minions, and I have 47 chaos res on my minions because I have this anointment. So minions have a base 20% chaos res, so this makes it 47%. You don't want to go above 49 because Flashcrafter means that if you have more than 49% res on your minions, they instantly die because they have 0 life. Yeah. So that's kind of the reason why 47 is enough, and that's all I need. And I'm not planning to add more anywhere else. Yeah, so yeah, that 47 res also means that I have pretty decent amount of mitigation for this maximum life damage, and so the minions do stay alive long enough to do their magic. The movement speed here is good as well because it's good quality of life for SRS. SRS really loves movement speed because movement speed allows them to go to new targets faster and basically just increases your clear. Yeah. Alright, Grip of the Council. The reason why Grip of the Council is used is mainly because you don't really have much sources of cold damage on your minions, unless you add like Awaken added cold or something. So that's very unlikely because I'm already socket stuff and I don't have space for that. This is pretty good because the SRS base damage is actually physical, that it converts 100% to fire. So by doing this, you get 20% of the physical as extra cold, and then this also gets amped by hatred, and you get hatred from your Ascendancy actually. So you have an Ascendancy here that Radiant Unwavering Crusade. You can trigger a Summon Elemental Relic. The Summon Elemental Relic, you can have up to 3 of them, and they have level 20 Anger, Wrath, and Hatred. So Hatred is going to boost this. Anger, Wrath are great as well because it gives you more flat fire and a lightning damage. And with Flashcrafter, your hits on your minions are going to ignore elemental resistances, so you don't actually have to get stuff like, you don't really have to get curse stacking, right? You just need one curse, which is Ascendancy Mark. You don't need elemental weakness, you don't need flammability, etc. So with these three, you have pretty good synergies on SRS, pretty good damage. So right now, currently, I think I have about 2.3 mil, I think, DPS on SRS when I have 20 of them up. And yeah, Summon Carrying Golem. This is just for more flat damage that you convert to you convert to cold, or you get as extra cold here, and with hatred. It's also for the 100% conversion that SRS has to fire. So yeah, extra physical damage from Carrying Golem is sweet, definitely. Flesh Offering and Desecrate here both triggered as well as the Carrying Golem. Flesh Offering is just for more attack speed and movement speed, so good, more quality of life for your minions as well. And then because you have what was it called? Spiritual Command. The attack speed also gets, you also get the attack speed bonus, which means you get what's the term for it? You get pretty good shield charge speeds. Yeah, so your mobility is not too bad. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty much it for damage. Let's talk about survivability. Survivability comes from mostly from cap res, about 3.5k life. Not too much. Unfortunately I would like more of this, but it is what it is at the moment. I probably need better gear pieces, but yeah. And pretty much near cap block. So Bastion of Hope will give you about 25% to attack block and spell block. So if you have stuff like Tempest Shield, you're gonna add all the shield block nodes here. You can pretty much get so right now I have 51% spell block and 41% attack block.
I must have time to gather my will.
So it's 66 and 75 when I got all the buffs up, right? So that large amount block is pretty good at helping you to mitigate damage or avoid damage. And then I have about 16k armor and Molten Shell. Yeah, so that's not too bad. Yeah. Auras are determination, purity of elements. Where is it? Pretty sure it's here. Yeah, purity elements. Tempest Shield is non-aura, but it's also a reservation. And then determination. I think that's only that 3. Oh no, and Defiance Banner. Yeah. Defiance Banner. Yeah. That's for more armor. More armor and reduce critical strike chance on enemies. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. SRS scales pretty simply. It's not too complex of a skill. Show you the pathing here. I think almost every SRS Guardian paths this exact same way. Maybe a bit of tweaks here and there. In this case, I've tweaked this to have more sockets because I want to get 3 grand spectrums. I have 3 grand spectrums here to give me 10% multi each. So this is 30 multi because there are 3 total grand spectrums. So that is total of 90 multi with all these sockets. Yeah. Yeah, so almost always for Guardian you're adding like minion percentage damage, maximum life, mana cost reduction because SRS is really very high mana consumption, and then definitely Spiritual Command for attack speed. Yeah, block, spell block everywhere, reservation efficiency. I've gone for a crit setup, so I'm definitely going for this. So there's crit multi and crit chance. A bit of accuracy on minions is nice too, because minions don't really have really good accuracy. I might have to check actually what my accuracy is like at the moment. Path here, minion damage, duration. This is like super good for SRS, so try to get this as early as possible. More life sockets, more life nodes. The last jewel socket here for multi. Life nodes here. Minion damage, spell block. You get reservation efficiency here. Go here for minion movement speed as well as attack speed. Minion survivability, so this is minion physical damage reduction, minion life, and elemental resistances. And then finally Eldritch Battery is just for mana consumption. Yeah, pretty straightforward, and actually it's not complex build. So For Ascendancy, Radiant Crusade first, and then Unwavering, then Bastion of Hope. Once you've got that, then you go for Radiant Faith. Yeah. Alright, that's all there is to it. Let me show you how much currency I made so far. I have 6 Divines on day 2, which is unprecedented. I did find quite a bit of 6 links. That kind of made me rich. I think each 6 link was like, at some point, almost either half a Divine or a Divine, depending on the base. One of them I sold was an Astral Plate. Pretty decent eye level. I sold it for slightly more than a Divine. And I got like another like 3 or 4 more 6 links that sold for like half a Divine each. Yeah, so that's a large quantity of my currency. Unique maps as well sell for pretty high amounts, and I sold like, I think, what was it, the I forgot what that map is called again, the one that drops like cards, but that one sold for a Divine. Alright, that's all there is to it. Hope you enjoyed this video. I am out. Bye and peace. See ya.